Stacks is going through their Nakamoto upgrade. It's going to happen right around October 29th. It's based on blocks, so it might be off a few days. That will be pretty awesome. Stacks, of course, is a layer 2 for Bitcoin, allows programmable language to happen. They're not the only player in the game, but they are definitely one of the biggest. Sam Altman, who's behind ChatGPT, his project WorldCoin has been relaunched as World Network, and it has his own chain now called World Chain. I'm not sure why he needed to do that. It got pretty bad press, but it's doing quite well. I don't know, somewhat well. It's really like, it's really to detect if people are AI or not, but it's a surveillance program. Like, you have to scan your retina and stuff. I don't know. I'm not really for it. But maybe he could turn it into a gold mine. I don't know. Maybe if he integrates ChatGPT into it somehow. Anatoly of Solana says meme coins are a good thing for crypto, forcing projects to prove value. I don't know how meme coins prove they have value, other than to build communities. I think that's the big thing that he's missing. Really, meme coins are good because they force projects to build community, not to prove value. Meme coins really have no value. The value is the community base. DOGE surges 10% as Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency gains traction. We know Elon is backing Trump hardcore, and he came up with this Department of Government Efficiency, which spells out DOGE. Don't know if that's real or it's a joke. Probably a joke, but it spells out DOGE, but somehow, and I don't know if that really had anything to do with why DOGE is pumping, but if you chart it like 2 cycles ago and 1 cycle ago, maybe it's going to moon like before. I don't know, but it got up to like 70 cents before in the last cycle, I remember. So maybe it could happen, maybe not. Injective, I actually just DCA'd Injective last night. It actually is being listed on Upbit, and Upbit is from South Korea. Usually when things get listed on Upbit, it goes up in a big way. And I did not know that was going to happen. So good for Injective, though. Injective is one of the major L1s out of Cosmos. Also, a major telco company is joining them as a validator. And Paxos is bringing their yield-bearing stablecoin to their network. Good for Injective. A lot of people are talking about this game, Off the Grid. Okay, the very first console game. A lot of people are talking about it. It's bringing a ton of attention to crypto. Addresses on Avalanche is blowing up. They have their own subnet. It's free also. At least they have a new one. They have a new free, what is it called? Questing? They have a free questing game. Anyways, top free title on the Epic Games. That's amazing. Most people don't even know. Most people don't even know it's a blockchain game, right? But this is what I'm saying. Games can have the potential to bring massive amount of people in. And Jasper, I see in the comments saying, the game is great. I've been playing it for months, right? This is what I'm saying. There are great games that are coming into this space. That's what I love to see. They have the potential to bring millions of people into the space. You got to create great product first, then layer in the crypto side to it. Don't force it upon people right away. That's the problem of the past generation, right? Some of the previous games, the 2021 games that are still being developed or have come out and haven't done so well because they kind of shoved the Web3 elements first, and that got very confusing for a lot. Shove the Web 2 portion first, then layer in the Web 3, right? So glad to see it's doing well. But overall, on Avalanche, you got a lot of major players. They're really focused. A lot of people have been asking about Avalanche. How's it go do? they're really focused on games. They're all like really all in on games, even though they are concentrating on other things like RWA, real world assets, and other things, obviously, but and even memes and so forth. But really, in my opinion, they're really focused on games. A lot of their subnets are games, right? Beam is another one from Mirror Circle as well. They also have games coming out. And Shrapnel is another one, but Mirror Circle has their Eden Horde that's also coming out. And of course, I gotta shine some light on DeFi Kingdoms, which is also major. They're kind of old, start out as DeFi, but now they're like completely a game. I think they are providing the highest volume on Avalanche. And also they came out with a separate game too. Their PvP Coliseum on Metas too, but they're still around, and I do talk with Dreamer and the team quite often about it, and they are also doing quite well. But overall, you know what? For games, they have the potential to bring in a ton of people into the space, and I love to see more of it. You know how Ripple is appealing their losses, right? They're only appealing two things. They're not appealing that XRP is not a security. So that's good. So SEC doesn't appeal that. So once and for all, XRP is not a security. Okay? They're appealing two things. One, the founders, Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, selling their tokens. And two, Ripple selling their tokens in the secondary market. So that's what they're appealing, those two things. But they're not appealing that XRP is not a security. So that's pretty good. That means even if the SEC goes after other projects that had ICOs, that had its founders sell their tokens, that doesn't necessarily mean that the token itself is a security. This could be very good for other projects. You want to know about alts, right? When Bitcoin goes up, of course the alts go up. Right now, you may have noticed that altcoin dominance have been going down because Bitcoin dominance have been skyrocketing. That happens every single cycle. Bitcoin dominance goes up right now, especially because the institutions, they're buying Bitcoin. But at some point, altcoin season is going to start. A lot of you guys are wondering when that is, right? But it happens every single cycle. It's probably going to happen in 2025. Sometime in 2025, you're going to see that reversal. When retail comes in, when those alts start gaining, when those memes start popping off, you're going to see Bitcoin dominance starts slowly coming down. That's when the alts truly wake up. And normally speaking, that's like the tail end, right? But that doesn't mean that alts won't go up in the meantime. Right now, it's definitely Bitcoin. You definitely want to be holding Bitcoin, right? But altcoin season will come. 2025 is when everyone will feel good. You'll feel dirty from those gains. A ton of gains.